Hi there, welcome to Tactical Magfed. If you're new to the channel and you're into all things to do with Magfed, you know, your first strike, rounds and other Magfed paraphernalia, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, comment and all that good stuff. In this video I'm just going to go through a quick comparison between the Rap4 plastic shape rounds, not to be fired at people, and the first strike shape projectiles that are intended to be fired at people. Okay, so I have a bag of Rap4, aka Modern Combat Sports, shaped projectiles. They're solid plastic projectiles and under no circumstances are to be fired at people. There's a couple there we just got out. So these are intended for test firing your marker, zeroing sights, making sure that your marker can fire first strikes, but without actually having to go through the expense of rolling a load of them through your marker and spending a bunch of money shooting at nothing just to see if they fire. That's quite interesting to see how they sit side by side. So I've got myself some first strikes here. So I'll get a couple of those out. So we put them side by side with that. I do have some micrometers here as well, so we can get a bit geeky on it and just see how they compare, if they are like for like, or whether there are any kind of differences we should be aware of if we're going to be using one or the other in our markers. So first off, let's do a visual inspection of these. So straight off the bat, from above there, you can see that the first strike rounds have a flat nubbin on the end of them. I'm assuming that is how they get round the old fill issue, because they have to fill these. So they must fill it there and then heat it and cover it over so the paint doesn't come back out. So yeah, there's that flat edge there. So that might have an aerodynamic kind of effect on the performance between these two. When you flip them over on their side, I don't know if you can get that up on there. See if I stick it on my pinkies like that from above. When you stick them over like that, the Rap4 round is kind of concaved around the side. The first strike rounds are completely flat from the spherical end of the round along the fins, whereas the Rap4 one kind of go in from the fins and then bulge out around, kind of like a pellet, like a rubber plastic pellet. Not as a defined shape as that, but certainly pellet-esque, if you like. They both have the fins on, and the fins are slightly shorter on the Rap4 round. So let's get the micrometers out. So zero those. So in terms of the circumference of them, let's have a look. 16.9 millimeters. 17.1. So the first strike's actually a slightly 17.2, slightly bigger. 17. So yeah, it's 0.1 or 2 of a millimeter in it. So nothing spectacular there. And in terms of lengthwise, 17.4. 17.3. So again, they're a pretty good match. So I think Rap4 have got a pretty good match in terms of length and width and everything on those. And they are slightly more spherical on the outside, so they might actually shoot a little bit straighter if that doesn't cause any aerodynamic shenanigans. Right. So I don't know. The Rap4 rounds do feel slightly heavier. They do feel, it's going to be marginal, but they do feel slightly heavier. And obviously, there's no liquid fill in here, so that won't affect anything when it's flying. There's no liquid to to change its trajectory. I did notice that these fins were slightly shorter, so I'm going to measure how long they are. So they're roughly 5.9. Call it, if we say 6 mil for the length of the fins on there. Let's have a look on here. Yeah, they're more like 9, 8.5, 8 to 8.3, 8.5 mil. The length of the fins on the first strike rounds. So in terms of the trajectory and flight of these, it could well be that you'll get more spin off the actual first strike than the Pretender, but they're pretty close. I will be doing a shooting comparison out of my T15 and my FSC, where I can get a home target range set up, because I don't think a site will allow me to bring these plastic rounds with me to do any kind of testing. Certainly not while anyone's around anyway. I might find somewhere that's agreeable to let me shoot a few of those off. And also these are reusable. So if you're doing some plinking at home and you're doing some target practice, you can shoot these into some kind of target that can retain the rounds. You then pull them out. If you either wash them or just put them straight back in the marker, and you can use them again. Okay. Obviously, once you shoot these, you can't use them again. They're done. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say about the Rap4 rounds. I think I'll do another video on the first strike rounds, what they're made of, and the biodegradability and all the rest of it. Another day. I just wanted this to be a short video to do a side by side, do some measuring, and see how they stacked up. I think these are going to be interesting. There might be some fun in the house, or around the house, or in the garden, doing some drills and test firing and stuff like that of markers. Hope that's been interesting to you guys, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more videos from the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe and the bell notification, and you'll get notified when I've got my new content coming out. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you again in the next one.